This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 61. You get the Nasdaq up 24. S&Ps are up 6. Gold contract up $4.60, 13.01. We're going to go over gold. This is going to get pretty wild watching the whole metals market out here today, the bond market out here today, and the dollar. Why, folks? The volatility is in all those, and it's in them in a big way. We have silver right now up 6 cents, $17.33. Light sweet crude up 61 cents, trading $51.21 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 6 ticks, 125.19. 30-year bond up 13 ticks, 153.16. And good old King Dollar. King Dollar's down 83 ticks, trading 92.815. The euro's at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at 112 to the U.S. dollar. If we get over and we take a look at the S&P, what you have is this. We are at another all-time high. Inside the SPY right now, we are at 255.23. It's already hit 255.25. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. That's up $60 right now. You're trading 22,900. And if we go inside the Dow Industrials, take a look at what is moving the Dow Industrials out here. You have American Express putting 7 positive points, Procter & Gamble putting 7, Apple putting 6, Travelers putting 6, taken away from it, United Health down 19, Goldman's putting 19 negative points in. You have Goldman putting 7 negative points into it. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have out here? Strength versus the weakness. Strength right now, Viacom, that got smoked yesterday. That's up 4% today. Cerner Corporation is up 2.6%. Taken away from it is Dish Networks. That's down 2.5%. JB Hunt is off 2%. You get Charter Communications off 1.4%, and Celgene is off 1.3%. We go over and take a look at the Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo come out with numbers. That's getting slammed. Wells Fargo was down $1.95. You're already down 11 million shares. We go back to J.P. Morgan. That came out with numbers yesterday. J.P. Morgan is up 43 cents, $96.42. We'll see whether that can hold. We hit a low out here today of $94.96. Bank of America. Bank of America come out with numbers this morning. BAC is trading up 15 cents right now, $25.59. And that, though, also went to another low and tried to get back inside its lower range, which is $25.11. Now, let's go over to the gold contract and take a look at gold. So we get a Friday, and the gold market always gets pretty wild, whether you're going up or down. The volatility's out here today. We've gone from a price point of $12.92 to $13.05. You've done 205,000 contracts. So what we're going to have is this. We're going to have good price, good volume, as we've come into this $12.99.50 area, and that's really important. So $12.99.50, folks, we had done 350,000 contracts. That's when gold had gone from $13.19 to $12.99. Bottom line, this is going to be important because it's dipping its head inside a higher range, has the volume, has the price. Now, we're going to go right from that over to the bond market. Why the bond market? Well, because these move basically with the CPI. The bond market, we already have 983,000 contracts. That's huge contract volume. The number is 125.17. So what we have is this. You're inside the 125.17. That's the B point of an ABC structure on the way down. In order to negate the ABC, you need about 1.5 million contracts. We're going to get it. So what you have, once again, is that bonds have decided, guess what? No matter what the Fed's doing, we're going higher. Rates are going lower. If we take a look at the 10-year out here, 10-year right now is trading at 2.29. Bottom line, take a look at the 30-year, same type of setup. Let's pull up the 30-year, actually. So if we pull up the 30-year, what you're going to see inside the 30-year. We have done 167,000 contracts. The 30-year right now is trading at 153.18, and 153.16 is the number, the price number. The volume characteristic is 271,000. And it looks like, yeah, we'll end up doing probably close to that also. So both of those more than likely are going to get broken, meaning that ABC structure that on the way down. Oil, let's go take a look at the oil market out here. Oil has also caught a bid, and this probably has to do, we're going to go back to the dollar for a second. Oil right now is up 1%. You're up 54 cents. Oh, this is interesting. No, oil's not going to make it. Look at this. Oh, I like this setup. Okay, so oil, different ball game, man. Oil's going into like 277,000 contracts. That's not going to do it. Oil probably by the end of today, we very well could get a failure at about 51.53. Well, actually, I already did. If oil closes under 51.53, that's saying that oil's not going to be able to make it. So that being said, let's go to the dollar, because the movement in the dollar is going to be really important as to where oil goes, where the bond market goes, and where the metals market go. The dollar index down here today got to 92.590. Right now, you're at 92.790. Intraday, we have volume down at that level. So I suspect the dollar is not going to be able to get any upward traction, and the dollar is still building cause to get into the highs of its strength, which was on the 20th of September. That number there is 92.495. We hit 92.590 this morning. The high-flying stocks, folks, guess what? They're all at highs. Google broke a high today. Google's at $9.96, up $8. Facebook will be interesting because Facebook had a high-volume high, and let's see if it's hit it yet. 175.49. Hasn't hit it yet. I'd love to see it hit it today. You've hit 174.65. That high volume high from the 27th wants to get hit. Netflix, NFLX. Now, Netflix is coming out with their numbers on Monday. Goldman Sachs upgraded it today. Netflix hit a high of $200.82 today. Netflix is going to be coming out, let's see, what time? That's coming out at 4:05 on Monday afternoon. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, and we'll see whether we get any volume in this marketplace. You have Marbell's down 23 cents. You get Citigroup off 82. Citigroup slammed yesterday, slammed again today. Oh, this is a big one. So check this out. PG&E. So this is the electric utility, folks, out in the West Coast. And you're going to see that this thing got slammed yesterday and slammed today. And this is what this is all about. $69 yesterday. We're at $59 now. And what this is all about is that they think that these a lot of these fires had to do with lines that were down and did not get fixed. That's a big number. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 50. Nasdaq's up 25. S&Ps are up 5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 56. You get the Nasdaq up 23. S&Ps are up 5.5. And let's go over to Bitcoin, folks. Everything in the world is at highs right now. In fact, I just read an article. So check this out, that the right now from last September, there's been an additional 20 trillion in wealth created around the world in stock markets. This gets heavier. That if you go back to before, right at the cusp of 2007 where the crash came, the global markets were only worth 20 trillion. Heavy. Bitcoin. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaks topside yesterday. Pretty amazing. You know, Bitcoin went from 4790 to 5300 yesterday. Well, guess what? It's at 5700. And if you actually just take the aspect of, I don't have volume on this, but you just take a price projection, it's saying, guess what? Bitcoin's going to $7,000. I mean, it's like amazing. There's no doubt. Pretty heavy. Heavy. Let's go over and take a look at Amazon. So Amazon out here, let's see where she's trading. Amazon right now is trading at a price point of 1,005, and we'll see whether they can make that run to 1,040. So Amazon, its high is 1,083. Bottom line, 1,040 is the low of the high. It's surprising that Amazon just isn't even having a hard time out here today. NVIDIA, which has been on a tear out here. NVDA. So NVIDIA right now, the high, it's testing its high actually. Well, this would be interesting watching this shakeout. Okay, so NVIDIA they hit 193.60, the new all-time high. 191.20 is the high. And if we take this and we put this on a weekly basis, you know, we'll see what it's going to basically close over that number. 191.20 is the high. Now, let me pull this up because this, for me in general and bears in general, is not a good sign. All things are bringing up saying highs and all that. Okay, that would seem that, are you going to ever get a pullback? Well, it doesn't seem it. I read an article this morning that if you are a bear, you don't want this article. And what this article is about is that the NDX 100, I can't find it right now, is that the NDX 100 inside the option market, inside the actual doubles and triples, the amount of options that have got bought, that's saying that the NDX 100 is going to go down, is at an all-time high. When that happens, folks, most of the time you're not going to get that pullback. So we'll see where that shakes out. That just came across this morning. We take a look at the Qs right now, and we'll see. The Qs are still having a hard time catching a bid up here. But we're over the highs. Your benchmark out here today is a lot lower. I don't see us going down to 145. We're at 148. The high of last week was 147.66. Bottom line, that's quite a way just to get down into that level. We go take a look at the small caps, the IWM. IWM also, once again, looks like they want to go ahead and hit that high. That high is the 150 level. The so the bond market today here, let's go into the CPI. So the CPI out here this morning, what we had is this. You had U.S. inflation excluding food and fuel were below estimates for the sixth time in 7 months. That, even with hurricane-driven spike in energy, boosted the overall cost of living by the most since January. Consumer price index rose 0.5%. They were expecting a 0.6% after a 0.4% the prior month. Year over year right now, we're at 2.2. The estimate was 2.3. Excluding food and energy, the so-called CPI rose 0.1%. They were looking for 0.2%. Following a 0.2% gain. So year over year, folks, we're at 1.7. The estimate is 1.8. The shelter index was up 0.3% after a 0.5% gain in new and used vehicles. Wireless phone services, they were up 0.4%. That is the first gain in 14 months. Bottom line is that the latest data basically could give some of the Federal Reserve policymakers pause before they do another short-term rate hike. So what you have out here is that you have an aspect that inflation's not in the system. The Fed fund futures rate is still at 73% for December 13th. So that didn't move that number this morning. That did, however, move the bonds very quickly. It moves the metals very quickly, and it moved the dollar very quickly. What I expect that's all about, excuse me, folks, is the market really has baked in a 25 basis point hike in December. What the market hasn't baked in yet is 3 rate hikes next year. The Fed wants to raise rates 3 times next year. Bottom line, we'll see if that's the case. If these bonds stay up coming into this close out here, if the dollar stays down, and if gold stays up, which they all look like they're going to, that's going to be a very tough case to make inside the Fed in order to basically keep moving rates higher next year, because it's like what's laying out here that the inflation and deflation fight still is taking place, and deflation is winning versus inflation. Because you got to remember something. Real interest rates have to do with what is the interest rate structure versus what is the inflation rate, so that you know that, okay, what is the true rate that we're paying and companies are paying for money. That's how that whole thing shakes out. So if, in fact, deflation is happening and the Fed is going up simultaneously, even though it's 25 basis points, that can throw a wrench into the economy, and it can throw a wrench into the economy in a heartbeat, because we could be turning around saying, hey, we're still at low rates. Well, if you're at low rates, but prices are going down, guess what? You're actually paying more for things than you should. Well, you're paying more for money than you should be. So I expect what you're going to see is that This volatility is going to continue into the closeout here. With the way that the bonds are trading, I expect the bond market's going to hold. The dollar is going to stay down. They're going to try to mess with gold a bit coming into the close at 130. If we go over to bonds, just once again, the 10-year, the bond market is so much larger than the stock market and the metals market. And this bond market, they're buying hand over fist. They're buying hand over fist. And what you're going to see happen is that because you are back inside where that resistance is, that's a big number. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 28. Yeah, the volatility, Friday volatility. We finally have some, folks. NASDAQ up 19. S&P's up 4.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 23, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are up 4. It's really interesting. So when you take a look at the Dow, not that this is big points, but this is really unusual that we get any type of volatility. You know, the Dow opened up at 22,876, blasted off. When we started in the middle of the program, we were at 22,905, and then the bottom line just gave it up again. If we go take a look at the S&Ps, the the E-minis, what you're going to see, that hit a high of 25.55. Now it's only down 2 points yet. That being said, the number that you want to keep your eye on is what it's already inside of right now, and that's the high that it had taken out, which was on Wednesday, 2553.50. That's the number. It took it out. Bottom line, you're right below it again, right above it. The fight's going to be on here. If we go over to the NDX 100, it's the same type of setup. NDX right now got to 6103. We're at 6,094 right now. What that had done, taking the high out of yesterday, which is a 6097. So there's going to be action here. And as we were just talking about that 10-year, keep your eye on the 10-year because the fluctuation is there. It's there pretty good. We're at 125.20 right now, and you do have a high volume high at 125.25 inside the 10. And what I expect you're going to see done is that high volume high is going to get tested before today's over. You stay right there, folks. So we got Think or Swim coming up next. And, of course, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire